In this video, I'm going to be taking you on a behind the scenes look in real time of me creating and selling a brand new AI powered offer from start to finish. I'll show you my simple creation process, the strategic moves I made along the way, and how you can start thinking differently about launching small but mighty AI powered offers that actually sell without getting stuck in perfectionism and overwhelm. Hey, I'm Brie Boucher, coach and creator of Woo-Preneur School, where I help online business owners, especially Woo-Preneurs like energy healers, hypnotherapists, and practitioners, to grow their visibility, community, and income, all without burnout and those yucky bro marketing tactics. Over the last 5 years, I have helped thousands of entrepreneurs just like you to simplify and scale their businesses with calm, collaborative marketing. And personally, I have grown my own email list from 50 to 1,000 new subscribers in under 30 days, without ads, without confusing funnels, and without the usual hustle. If you're ready to see what's possible when you stop overcomplicating and start taking aligned action, then you are going to love this. Let's get into it. Let's start tracking my time. So I have been working with this GPT to design my prompt engineering. I've been talking already, brainstorming what I wanted to do. This is based on my Subtle Sales Mastery workshop, which essentially teaches people how to write emails that get replies back that you can then respond to and get people booking in for discovery calls or an audit or something like that. So in the workshop I teach using audits, and this GPT is actually going to make it easier for you to firstly write the email and secondly respond to those emails in a way that's going to sound like you and really quickly. And then we'll also use the mail merge tool that I've previously shared in the workshop to automate responding to the warmer leads. So these are people you already have in your email list. So they're already leads that you have, and we're going to warm them up with the hand raiser and then take them from warm to hot with getting them to book in for an audit or a discovery call. So let's see how long this takes. I'm thinking this will probably be like from go to woe 2 hours, but we'll see how we go. We're going to actually have 2 GPTs in one. So basically we're going to have that initial hand raiser email be part of the tool that's being generated, and then the next stage is how we reply to it. So we are working on the instructions. So based on the conversation, I asked the GPT that I'm working with to help me write out the prompts so I can then go ahead and add that to the CustomGPT when I'm creating it. We're going to go explore and then we're going to create. Alright, so what you can actually do in create, you can actually have the conversation that I'm already having here. You can have that over here, chat backwards and forwards to get it to help you design based on your idea that you have. But because I am already having a fairly in-depth conversation about custom GPTs and creating agentic AI tools, I wanted to keep it all in this one chat so I could then keep it all combined, contained, and then we can go from there. So we're going to take these instructions, pop it straight here into the instructions. You're a warm, intuitive, and strategic assistant. You help online business owners, especially coaches, consultants, and Woo-Preneurs, write short, simple, hand-raised emails that generate genuine replies from aligned leads, and then respond to those leads in a personal, conversational way that builds trust and guides them onto the next step. Beautiful. That's perfect. Welcome message. So this then goes into here in the description. It's too long. We need it to be 300 characters. So we're just going to call this Sales GPT. If I could spell, that'd be helpful. Alright. The welcome message needs to be under 300 characters. Please rewrite that for me. Alright. This might be too long, but we'll see how we go, because this is also restricted to 8,000 characters. I think what we will do is also put these steps as conversation starters, because they won't necessarily want it always to go through to step 1. We might want to go through to step 2 straight away. So we'll put that in as a trigger kind of thing. Now, the other thing I want to do is say here that if they want to bulk respond to these, I can put it into a table. So we're going to save that, come back here. Another thing I want to change is that the emails they're receiving. So rather than one at a time, you as the GPen bulk, just finish that off and we'll get that to fix that section as well. Oh yeah, conversation starters. So we'll go back to this. Step 1, step 2. Let's see what it came back. So let's write sure this one works. Cool. This is responding to my last prompt. Especially I got 17 replies and I'm tired. So for example, I actually have examples where I actually got like 90 replies for one hand raiser email. And so my list was about 3,000 at the time, maybe more. So that was a lot, and that was probably over 1 to 2 or 3 days. So I was batching them still, but if I was doing those individually, even just copying and pasting, it takes so much time versus using mail merge. It's going to be a lot easier. Cool. Awesome. Let's update. So it's saving it. Fantastic. And what was the other thing that I wanted to make sure it was doing? No, thank you. I can't remember. It'll come back to me. Actually haven't given it a knowledge base yet, so I better do that. Alright, so we've got workbook here. This is the workshop. It is in YouTube, so I don't think it's already, no, so let me just check if I've already downloaded the transcript for this. I have that. See if I can find it. Doesn't look like it's already there. Here's a live stream. So what I'm going to do is get the transcript from here and copy it. There we go. So what I was looking for was to see if I had it already preloaded into my CustomGPT, which helps to transcribe the videos and podcasts that I do. So it doesn't have one, but I'm going to create a new document, transcript, copy. I hate this, the way it's formatted. Options are, here's the transcript from the training, and you be added to the CustomGPT. Alright, cool. I still might actually, let's do that while I have some lunch. I need to download that again or something from YouTube. That's fine, I can do that in a minute. We'll come back to that. We can download this as a PDF. Download PDF. Let's upload those two. Picking back up now after a little bit of a short lunch break. So let's upload those. So what am I up to? What have I done? I've taken an hour to generate the prompt to get the knowledge base set up and to start like observing how it would look. So let's now take the next part of this to test and check how it's going to reply. So first thing we need to share the original hand raiser emails. All right, this is the email that I want to use. Subject line is quick question. Okay, so answer to question 1. Here's the email that I sent. And then response to 2 is I've just come up with a generic name, generic email, real date and time. Like this is what they sent and they use the keyword. So the thing with hand raisers is obviously we're getting them to reply back with a keyword. So let's give it to the GPT and let's see what it does. Do you want to include a link in your replies? In this example, this is actually a workshop that I already have. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm just going to check and see how it looks in comparison to like the emails that I actually replied with. So let's see what it says. Testing the GPT, and the reply email was a little bit not like how I would reply, a bit too generic. This. Also very important that the subject line is here's a refined update to bake into GPTs, and you rewrite the whole prompt again for me with these alterations. Alright, let's just check this to make sure everything's good. Here we go, step 2. Let's do this again. Email I originally sent. Subject. Quick question. Let's say we've got replies from Sally Spence, Mark Davies, m@gmail.com, Bob @gmail.com. What's the next step? 3. Now, let's use another example. No, that's a workshop one. This one. This is a bit more complex. So let's do this again. Let's generate this again. Get started as a new assistant. That's the hand raiser. 2 is my replies. Just copy and paste these, make it a lot easier for me. And 3, what step? So I want them to book a discovery call with me to sell my service. I think that would be a good one. In this example, I actually sent them an email that included a link to book it, like to check out the product. So I want them to either or check out a product. So this is my done for you service. Let's see what it does here. Just now that you're thinking ahead to your 2025 bundle, just pop the info over here for you. If you prefer to chat it through one-to-one, happy to chat. That's okay. It's definitely not what I actually replied, my email that I actually created. So, which is, thanks for your reply requesting more information. As mentioned in the email, I only have 3 spaces available with 1 launch scheduled each month between meaning we can get started now, but I won't be able to launch each project. How we set this up so that it also helps with the follow-up emails after we've initially replied to their reply. We want help with the follow-up. I know I talked about doing this, but I don't know if it was actually in the prompting. No, we haven't done that. Whoops. Let's see if I can figure out how to add that into step 3. Step 3. Cool. What was the last message you sent them? Great question. That's this one here. How it's testing. I've been able to, through problem solving, figure out what issues might come up, what I might have forgotten to actually add it into the GPT in the first place. So I can see that we're not getting the full all 5 options here. That's interesting. When I minimize the screen, it doesn't have all 5 options. That's okay. They're the main things that I guess I want people to be able to see. So, hour and 36 minutes into this, we have created the GPT, we've tested the GPT. Now what I need to do is actually decide on a price and set up a payment link for it so that I can sell it. I might actually move my face out and just screenshot this. So I like to screenshot these for promotional reasons. So I've got that as a screenshot. I'm obviously doing this demo, so this demo is me creating it, but I will also demonstrate how it works. I'll record another video and do that. So I have to do that behind the scenes because I can't. Well, that's not true. I could do it in this and record it and then snip it out of this recording, but that feels like a lot more work than I want to do. So I'm going to do that. I will record it separately as part of the promotional exercise involved. So here's what I need to do. Let's actually get GPT to help me identify what I need to do next. I think, actually I'm going to say this out loud. I think that we are fully done with testing, so now we need to move on to the next stage. I need to offer it to my existing Subtle Sales Mastery students as a beta. So that means I need to create a payment link, which I'll do through Stripe. I'm thinking if the full price is $97, the order bump price is $27. When they upgrade, it's $27, so when they go order bump, they can purchase it standalone for $97, and that means they'll get access to the workshop as well on the back end. If It is standalone, it is $97 and it includes the workshop. So that's the pricing strategy. So I'm just wondering what I should price it at for my existing Subtle Sales students who have purchased the workshop and resources and all that sort of stuff. They probably paid, some paid $4.99 USD and some paid $9 USD. So I'm just thinking, what is a smart price for them? Other than that, help me work out the next steps I need to take as well. That is now transcribing. Fabulous. Beta offer. We've already paid for the training on Workbook. You're rewarding early adopters. One-time beta offer $19. Early access and bonus training code feedback $27. Pay what you want with a minimum $9. I don't know that I can do a pay with what you want on Stripe actually. Yeah, I think it's going to be easier if I just go $19. Makes it feel like a reward, no brainer. Upgrade. Next steps to launch the beta. Create payment link. Then send an email. Of course I want you to write the email for me. Thank you very much. I'll get you to do that in a second. Create onboarding flow. Can be super simple options. Google Doc with instructions. Lean walk through. Very you. Okay, so Subtle Sales. GPT. Sort of skipping to step 3 a little bit here, but that's fine. I need we'll need to add that in. Let's start with, okay. Let's start with invite, please. I'll do the Stripe in the background as well. So, let me do this actually. Use Zenla to go to my Zenla account. I think everyone's been invited to or added to this in the course format. 19 enrollments. I feel like I had more than that. But it'll be an automation that I send out through here. So I'll have to make sure to add people first if they're not already enrolled. Send email. That's the one I want to send. And GP invite. Alright, email is going to be, got the strategy. Thanks again for grabbing this. But this is a little thank you for being Lil. I'm going to change that to little because I say that but I wouldn't write it. Little thank you for being in early and for getting in early is what I would say. So I'll just fix that. Little thank you for getting in early. Yes, cool. I'm happy with that. Obviously I need to add the link in. I'm going to save changes and no, I don't want to make it live so it won't send out. So it's paused still because I still need to test things. I need to create the document. I need to check that people are loaded up and everything. They're going to purchase it through Stripe. So we're going to go straight to the onboarding document because I don't need a thank you page or a thank you confirmation letter or anything because it's going to redirect them to the thank you page and that just saves me having to create some sort of workflow just for that. Let's skip straight to the thank you page for the GPT with instructions. Now please. Alright, let's see what it says. It's going to help me write the document. The really cool thing about ChatGPT and using a single chat to create all of these things is not only do we have memory turned on, so it remembers who I am, how I speak, especially when I use voice to text, it understands my vocabulary, the way I speak and how I speak. It can then really fine-tune my tone and everything in the email and the content. But also, because we've done all this work and it understands exactly what we've created here, it is really good at creating these sales pages, sales communication, all that sort of stuff, because it understands it and it knows what we're trying to achieve. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste this. I'm going to assume it's all good and then make some changes. I'm going to go ahead and delete everything else, pop that there, and go ahead and edit that. What I want to do is pop this workbook in here. Copy, access the full workbook. All right. You're in. Welcome to Subtle Sales GPT. You now have instant access to your AI assistant with writing, hand raised emails, and natural follow-ups. We need to link that. Copy link. Whoops. Let's edit this. And you write this gender non-specific. Alright, we're coming up to another hour. Super happy with all of this. This works really well. Beautiful. Cool. Alright. What else did it say to do? Let's now get into the feedback loop. Let's assume I'm going to use a Google form. Can you help me create the questions? And then I'll embed that into the onboarding. Write an email once people have purchased as well, just as another follow-up. Otherwise, I think that is done, and I can then just finalize those things like the stripe and the loom off camera, and then we'll be good. All right, I'm almost done. 2 hours coming up, and I pretty much am ready to sell this. All I need to do is create a Stripe link, and then we're good, and then I can update that. So firstly, I need to create a product. So we're going to create the product. It is going to be called Subtle Sales Mastery GP Beta. I'm going to change it to USD. One off $19. What else do we need here? And now I'll be able to go ahead and create a payment link for that one. Done. After payment. Where is it? Here. New one with link. Copy. Done. Over here. I want to have redirect to that. So payment page. Subtle Sales Mastery Beta, $19. Then after payment, it's going to go to the URL. All right, I think we're good. That's the link done. There it is, copy. So we're going to go to this email here, and we're going to have this be the URL. Done. Awesome. So I am good. I think I've got everything I need. The only thing that I need to check is if I've got everyone that's meant to have purchased this in this funnel. So I'm going to save this, keep it paused, and then we are ready to start selling. We're partway through hour 3 now, so I've already set up the Stripe link and sent the thank you message straight to the thank you page so they can access. I've also downloaded or captured the emails and first names of 42 people that purchased before I set it up as a course on my site as the original price. So I think it was definitely 50 people signed up for $4.99, and then we had the balance come in through later for $9, and it's still available. People can buy this right now for $9 as well. So basically what I now need to do, I've already added them to the student list, so they're now enrolled, and it sent them an enrollment email. So what I now need to do is let them know that I'm giving them access to the portal. So this is actually duplicating on another workshop where I did the same thing. So tool sales workshop, new access portal, access my workshop, subtle sales mastery. Cool. And I might just say, PS, keep an eye out for an email in just a moment with a special beta offer just for you. I will publish this and it will send out to people. So I'm going to send this up, and then I'm going to get the other one ready to go as well. And then once it's sent, I'm going to come back and remove the beta offer. Note, because it's not going to be relevant anymore for future enrollments. Actually, this will be paused and turned off, so it doesn't matter. So I'll turn it on so the email sends yes, action is paused, yes to existing students because they've just been enrolled. We should have them recorded as enrolled by now. If I go back here, I can see it's sending to 59. Cool. So I'll leave that, and then I'll come back and pause it. I'll go back here, prepare this email. All right, this is pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to schedule it to go out at a certain time. So today at 4 o'clock, which is in half an hour, or 15. Let's go 3:45. Damn it. That's what I want it to be, 3:45, because that is in 15 minutes. Today at 3:45, you've locked early access to the Subtle Sales GPT Beta. I've already got the strategy. Thanks again for grabbing it. Now, what is it actually called? Subtle Sales Email Assistant. Trained on my exact prompts, swipe files, and workshop guidance to help you. Because you're a workshop student, you get access before I launch this publicly. Grab your beta access here. Cool. Once you purchase, you'll get instant access to the GPT and a quick guide on how to use it. Right, I'm happy with that. Let's, yes, make it live, yes. Fabulous. So that email's going out in 10 minutes. Amazing. So if I go back, I can see, just out of curiosity, how many people have already opened the original email. 5. It's 9:30 on a Thursday before Easter, so I get it. So that is hour 3, under 10 minutes in, and I have already scheduled it to sell. So we'll hopefully see some sales coming in. There's 59 people it's going to, and it's a very niche product, niche opportunity. And how it is for beta is perfectly fine. I can start creating the follow-up things, which is the Loom video and the feedback form. And then the third thing that I need to create or start creating is a sales page for this, so that I can sell it on the front end once I have feedback. So before I get there, let's actually go to my pages. Oh, actually, in order for this to be an order bump, I need it to be a product in the platform. So I might do that once I've done beta, once beta's gone through. Yeah, I'll do that later. So there's 2 phases to this. This is the MVP version, where I'm creating, publishing, getting it out to a core group of people. I will then open it up to a larger group of people, my list as well, and then I will start to sell it publicly as well once I have some feedback coming through. So I'm really happy with that. That's just over 3 hours of work. Let me just see how much time exactly we've spent on this project. 2 hours 35. Is that right? I thought it was 3 hours. That's weird. I've done 2 lots of hour. Oh, no. Hour 2. That's right. I can't count. So we're actually in the second hour, because the first hour goes, that's hour 1, and then we have second hour, and now we're in the second hour. So that was actually we're in hour 2 of this project. So that's really good. That's even better. I said that I was going to do it in 2 hours. I've essentially published it to sell in 2 hours 35. That's really cool. I'm excited about that, and I'll pop back in and let you know how it goes in maybe a week's time, let you know how the sales have gone and if I've actually released it to other people, and all done. Future Bree here. Thank you so much for watching this chaotic, imperfect, but seriously magical journey building my subtle sales email assistant GPT from scratch. Since filming, some things have happened. Let me get you up to speed. We made 3 sales during the beta launch. I sold to about 50 of my workshop attendees. So not a huge amount of upsells or purchases, but still really happy to have some sales from this launch. And then what it will mean going forward is there's already customers involved in this offer, right? That's really cool. As you can probably understand, I plan to launch this to my wider email list and my audience. Still working on when that might happen, but I'll talk to that in a minute. I recorded a demo video. I scheduled 5 emails to go out to my workshop attendees. I also set up an order bump for all the new purchases that come through the workshop so that they can get access to the GPT at a discount, one-time offer. Plus, if someone buys the workshop later and doesn't get the order bump, they'll still get a special coupon to upgrade at a discount. So now it's part of the full subtle sales ecosystem. Since recording, I've also built a standalone sales page just for the GPT. So actually positioning the GPT at the forefront, and the workshop is sort of more behind the scenes or less of a focal point, more of like a bonus really. And then on the back of that, there's an upsell for people to join my Woo-Preneur school community for ongoing support and expansion. So what happens now? Okay, so I need to decide on a date for the launch of this new GPT and position it at that forefront. It's not so much that I'm selling the workshop with the bonus, it's actually you want to buy this because this is going to help you, write your emails, get those people responding, all of that good stuff. So my plans, I have to decide on a date, right? I don't know when that's going to be. I have a pretty packed promotional calendar, so it might be in a few months' time, and in which case I will definitely report back and let you know how we're going in another video at a later date. I might even pin a comment below so you can see that at that time to watch that and see how we're going. The really exciting thing is that this was a MVP, a minimal viable product, but it's already finding its people, and I can't wait to continue to build this out even further and continue to expand on what the actual GPT serves and creates for people. I'll be refining it and then also stacking it within my entire product suite. If you're a coach, course creator, or Woo-Preneur and you love your own custom GPT that helps you sell, support your client, or scales your offers more easily, be sure to DM me or hit the link below to find out how I can help you create one inside my Build a Bot with Brie 2-hour intensive. And if you love this behind the scenes build, I want you to make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below, and you'll definitely want to watch this video to see how I used AI to clear my money blocks. Trust me, it's a wild ride. Thanks again for being here. Now go create some magic of your own.